What's up, space birds? Welcome back to Airlocks and Aviaries. And if you thought that you knew basically the kind of content that we put out here on this channel, you are completely wrong, because we're about to do something totally different today. We all know that I get very obsessed with characters. And one thing that I do when I get obsessed with characters is I felt them out of wool, because I picked up a few tips and tricks from wool felting from my grandma, and it's really fun. I've made quite a few so far. This is Dritz Do'Urden from the Salvatore books from D&D, and he was the first one I made. I made his little cloak. I'm still really proud of it. His hair, he looks so cute. This is, of course, Tony Stark, because I love him so much. His little hair, got his arc reactor. And I recently got a new Blorbo, and I felt like pulling out the felting stuff again. And who is it this time, you might ask? Well, it is, of course, the lovely, the beautiful, the perfect dream of the endless from the Sandman. I'm so obsessed, and I just need to do something about it. Also, the holiday season has rolled around, and I figured that I would make one for my brother for Christmas, because he is just as obsessed with the Sandman as I am, no matter how much he tries to deny it. So, let's make some stuff. First, we gotta see what felting stuff we have, like what materials. What is under here? Oh yeah, that's all my sewing stuff. Okay, what else? There it is. There's the felting bag. Oh my god, come here. There we are. So, we're gonna need some black, some gray, some very pale peach. Also, another fun thing you can do with felting things is mix colors. Let's see what needles I've got. Oh, we got some good ones. From the last kit that my grandma got me. Now let's see about our colors. How much base fabric do we have left? Ha! Is that black or green? Yeah, that's black. That's black as well. That's good. We're gonna need that. There's some gray. What else is in here? Ah, lovely, a felting brick, so I don't hurt myself. Anyway. Ah, here's our base felt. Look at that. We still got a lot left. This is what we make underneath, so that there's like something under all the colors. We've got a lot here. Ah, here's some pale peach. Use that for his pallid skin. Looks like we are set. All we gotta do now is start making him up. Alright, so we've got our plan on how to make this little dude. Let's get our workstation ready. Oh my god. How did that get there? Okay. Alright, looky here. We've got my lovely felting set up. We've got the pad to put everything on, so when you felt it, it doesn't, poke through and hurt anything else. We've got all of this base wool. We've got these little tiny scissors in case we need to, get a very small amount of wool clipped. This is a precision needle. I'm just showing it because it's like a singular needle if I was felting something more simplistic. And then we have... this is what makes the magic happen. This is the multiple needle holder so that I can felt a whole lot. It's got 3 separate needles in it. If one of them breaks or if I need to change out the gauge, I can just click it off and boom, they're all in there. And this has made felting so much faster. I love it, and I owe it so much. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be using. I can't wait to get started. Okay, so I've done the first step, which is separate out some of my base fabric to get turned into shapes for the torso, the arms, the legs, and the head. Now, the size that you want for each of these things is incredibly deceptive because, as you can see, there's a lot of air in these. And it packs down quite a bit, but not as much as you might think, because I do like my characters to be a little squishy so I can just squeeze them, and so it's not going to be extremely packed tight down as it might be if I made them a little thicker. All right, there's the torso. I'm So I left it really loose. As you can definitely see, it's really squishy and loose. This is because it's easier that way to attach the rest of the limbs on when it's not too tightly packed, and I know it's going to get much tighter packed when I get the color on there, because I'm gonna have to stab it another zillion times to fasten the colors. But yeah, there's the torso. Also, I wanted to show you guys what it actually looks like when I'm felting, because I cannot for the life of me set up a time lapse. But when I say poke it and stab it 1,000 times, that is literally what I mean. This is what felting is. You just stab it so many times with your needles. And what the needles do is they've got barbs in there, and as you can probably see, yeah, they've got barbs, and those barbs hook the felt strands into each other. So it brings a little felt strand from the outside into the felt strands from the inside, and then packs it together. So something like this can eventually, see how loose that is? Can eventually, if you like hook it together enough times with the needle, it'll eventually turn into something like this. So there you go. Time for the arms. These are the hardest parts. Wish me luck. Okay, so that was a lot of pain. I just did the arms, and I also did the leg. Ta-da! I did the head. All right, time to assemble this. Body. Leg. Leg. Arm. Arm, head. And then we gotta use all this extra scraps to bind it together. All right, onward. Okay, 3 hours later, not really, but yeah, kinda. Behold the boy. Here he is in all his glory. This went pretty well. I actually gave him a longer neck and a bigger head than I usually would with my dolls, but that's because I wanted Dream to have more of like a lanky, cartoonish vibe, because he's just so darn long and skinny. Like, I figured that would work. Okay, time for color. Alright, so here he is with the colors so far. I'm actually really proud of this. Man, that took a long time because I didn't want the shirt and the pants to be true black, because I didn't want them to blend in with the coat colors. So I mixed them with this nice bluish gray. And it took a long time because I don't have a wool mixer. I had to just stretch it and pull it with my hands. And I genuinely, I got these two shades to be different and standing out from the black, but when I put them next to each other, the pants shade and the shirt shade, they just kept looking the same, even though I mixed some deep blue, just a little bit, in with the pants, as you can probably see. And they are different shades, but when they're next to each other, it's really hard to tell them apart. So I went ahead and gave him a little midriff. I just think he deserves it, and he looks cute with it. And everyone knows nothing hotter than men with midriffs, other than, of course, women with weapons. It sounds like a poem. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I also spent a long freaking time because I really wanted him to have shoelaces. So now we're going to be moving on to the coat, and I realized that someone pointed out that Morpheus's coat has some stars and galaxies in it. So I really want to make his long black coat and then put some stars and galaxies on the inner part. And yeah, basically there's 3 parts to making a coat with this. First, you make the cloak part, which I'm going to put the galaxies on. Then you wrap the sleeves around his arms, and then you make the 2 front pieces that go down. I wanted him to have a long cloak. I wanted it to go down definitely to his shoes, like in this picture. This is going to take a long time. I'm not going to get very much sleep, but that's okay. All right, farewell. See you in a sec. Wow, that took a long time. I did not get much sleep at all, but that's okay. It's the next day, and I can always catch up. But look at him! I'm so proud of how he turned out. Look at this. Black cloak, or black coat. Open it up. Galaxy. Galaxy inside. Oh my gosh, and I think that you can't really see it as well, but it really does contrast the gray with the black. Yeah, so what I did was I basically made the cloak, and then I really layered it up so it wouldn't be any see-through at all. Then I covered it with some blue and purple felt that I mixed in with the black, and I added some little stars in there as well. And then I attached everything together and just sort of felted it up so it would be like really cohesive. And then I cinched it around the collar so it would look like he had one of those little long collars like you could always see him wearing and stuff. Bam! Galaxies! This is galaxies inside. Oh, he looks so cute. And there are his shoelaces. I'm super proud of how Morpheus looks so far. Now, for probably the hardest part of this entire thing. Like, yes, mixing the fabric was hard. Yes, making the cloak was hard because felting flat things is so hard. But the hardest part is going to make the hair, and that basically means taking a bunch of strands of the color, which in this case black, and just poking it into his little skull until it looks natural. He looks good so far. Let's hope I don't ruin it. Fingers crossed. All right. Okay, so I did most of the hair. I'm not done yet, obviously. I just wanted to do a little update because that took a long ass time. And also I just want to say how much he looks like Comic Dream right here. Oh my gosh, his hair is insane. But that's because as you can see from the pictures, I had to go in and put every single strand individually into his head, and that was a lot of time, and it is so tedious. And as you could probably see from the pictures, like the whole lighting changed because like hours passed. That took hours. But I still got a ways to go. I have to add his little strands in front. I've got to cut it down to size so he looks a little bit more like this. Okay, so I've added a few more hair strands that kind of like complete his little look there. But obviously the hair is still way too long, so, I'm gonna take a break to eat first, but after that, I'm gonna be ready to change this look from punk to the goth boy that he is. Look at him! Morpheus! I'm not finished yet, though. Oh my god, but I did get his hair done. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so fluffy. Oh, that took so long. I cut it down to size, but it's still nice and big because he's very cartoony. I might need to trim that one strand there, but I made sure to get the 3 little strands that hang down in front of his face because he's so cute. And he's still got his midriff and his shoelaces and his galaxy cloak. Oh, I'm so proud of that. This is basically what he looks like. This is him. I do have to do some finishing touches though. Ah, don't fall. I'm gonna attach his collar a little bit more. I'm gonna attach his cloak to his back a little more just so he looks a little bit more snatched. But you can still open the cloak though and see all the stars. And then I'm gonna make a little something extra because, like Matthew says, Dream of the Endless always has a raven. So, ta-da! Here he is in all his glory, the completed Dream of the Endless, and Matthew the Raven, which I made from extra mixed wool from the shirt and pants. Oh, look, he's so cute. Look at these boys. They're adorable. It's all there. You got the little boots with the shoelaces, the galaxy cloak, his little midriff, his t-shirt, his cloak. Oh my gosh. His hair. I'm really proud of it. And Matthew. Look at them. This took so long. But I love felting and I loved making this, and I hope my brother really enjoys it for his Christmas present. Oh man. It is so late and my workstation is literally a mess. Look how much felt I have ever. Like, we just got scraps. We got this. We got random water cup that hasn't been dealt with in days. We've got all of my needles. We've got all of the colors that I was digging through to get everything perfect, all the reference photos. This is a mess. It's gonna take a second to clean up. Oh my god. Ah, there we go, all cleaned up. All the felting stuff's in the bag, and here we are, a nice box that Dream and Matthew get to go in. Ah, so cute. I can't wait to give it to my brother. I'm sure he'll love it. Oh my goodness.